And the whole team, 7-6. Like, let's be real. Anyway, I hit live. But how was your week?
Good. Fucking tired right now, I'll tell you that. Getting
Well,
up at 3 o'clock in the morning to watch League of Legends. After going to bed at midnight.
Rocking your Corey LaJoy hat.
That's right. My free hats.
It's the first time I've seen anyone wear a Corey LaJoy hat, and I love it.
Like I said, I get them for free, so makes sense.
No, I don't blame you. I love Corey LaJoy. He's a cool dude. Not the best driver, but he's a really cool guy, and his interviews are always funny. So, and he drives for that energy drink company that's really good for you. I forget the name of.
Alani, is that it?
No. Fuck, it's gonna bother me now, but I can't. There's no way I'm gonna pull it out of a hat, so I don't know. Anyway, did you watch any the fights last night, or did you get some sleep before League of Legends?
No, I watched the fights.
Of course you did.
Fuck. Yeah,
I'm upset I didn't watch. I heard that was the first time in a very long time the main card actually all had stoppages.
Yeah, all of them.
I'm so used to the UFC these days going to decision, and so many questionable decisions. So I've gotten a little frustrated with it, but I just didn't watch it yesterday because I didn't have plans to watch it because I had plans with my friends to come over, and then they all canceled throughout the day yesterday. So I wound up just playing the new COD Zombies the entire fucking day.
And Celsius.
There you go. But yeah, I didn't even watch college football yesterday, which felt really weird.
I'm surprised because I watched 3 college football games yesterday.
I wanted to watch Penn State, Michigan, but part of my anger with the Big Ten for suspending him on a Friday while it's a national holiday, so he can't even appeal or get an appeal process started. It felt so personal that I was just not fucking doing it. I'm not giving in.
Well, yeah, that's what I was saying. That's what I kept saying to myself was, now what happens if news of somebody else comes out doing this, which is going to happen.
Well, yeah, but the thing is, all the coaches already saying that could be doing what I'm doing, but separating Perler beat. I mean, but you're making Harry Potter keychains, so it sounds worth it in the end. Not that I have a fucking clue what a Perler beat is.
Voldemort Putin? I'd like to take that bastard down.
But I don't know. I felt it was so personal for what they did. And like you said, other coaches it's going to come out probably during the off season. And I 100% think Harbaugh is headed to fucking the NFL now.
Yeah. I mean, Michigan would have to really fucking pay him now to stay. Really pay him. An obscene amount of money.
Oh, I didn't know that what their name was. I used to use them when I was a little kid. But I'm glad Michigan won.
Yeah. Wasn't the cleanest win, but it was a win.
I did see highlights this morning. I woke up and watched a good bit of highlights of the college game, so I knew it happened. I thought the Washington play you told me about, I didn't see it live, but I watched it 3 times. But I'm glad Washington won against, was it Utah?
Oh, you're talking about the guy dropping the ball on the 1 yard line?
Yeah, Deshaun Jackson in the football. Except for this was actually worse because it was not even close. It
was probably more like the 2.5 yard line, but
yeah,
yeah, I was like, yeah, that's not a touchdown.
But I hope Washington continues to win. I want them in the playoffs. I really do.
Yeah, kind of to upset somebody would be good.
I don't know who's going to fall out, though. I mean, I assume Florida State, they're continuing to play very close games against teams they should be dominating.
Yeah.
But like the top three, Ohio State, Michigan, and Georgia aren't going anywhere. I know Ohio State's somehow the one now. But after what Georgia did yesterday to a number 9 team, I feel like they should just take one back.
Yeah.
They thwacked them.
I don't feel like Ohio State's better than Georgia.
I don't either. And
I
honestly
think Ohio State's better than Michigan.
I think with Jim Harbaugh on the sideline, Michigan's way better than Ohio State. But Ryan Day is the guy who actually, was one of the 2 coaches who threw the red flag into the NCAA that this has been happening. So, of course, he's terrified of Jim Harbaugh in Michigan. So,
yeah.
Which I can't blame him. They said besides Georgia and Alabama, Michigan's had the most players drafted since Jim Harbaugh's got there in the first round. So,
and it makes sense.
They're producing talent. But anyway, enough about college football. We got tomorrow for that. We got to make picks. I know we'll probably get fantasy questions as the time goes on here.
I did just turn on the game, and the first shot I saw was Bill Belichick. At least he has a shirt on today.
Oh, you just turned on the game? Oh,
yeah,
you were sleeping because you watched League of Legends. Duh. Yeah, it's been real boring. It's been the normal, typical overseas game where both teams came out and drove down the field on their first drive, and then since then it's been a punting game.
Makes sense.
Zeke has looked phenomenal today. I don't know what it is, but he looks fresh. He looks fast. He's cutting really well.
Must be that London food.
German food.
Or German food, yeah.
Getting that nice Frankfurt wieners. And
some beer and broth.
Ramondre's hurt.
That's good. Real good. Considering we're playing each other in fantasy.
Jonathan Taylor's been going the hell off. But again, it's 7-6. So Bill did try something though. They had to pin deep on a punt, like they were punting from their own 10. So Bill didn't put a returner back. He actually tried to use the extra man to be a blocker. So he had 11 men rushing the punter. I thought that was creative. I was like, well, I mean, yeah, they're going to get down the ball wherever it goes, but with how far in you have them pinned, if you get that block, you're getting either a safety or a touchdown out of it. So
yeah,
it was a creative idea. He only tried it once. He went right back to the returner the next time after it was not blocked. So,
yeah.
But otherwise, it's been one missed field goal from Ryland and one missed field goal from Matt Gay, and that's 7-6.
Oh, solid game. Solid.
Yeah.
Almost as solid as Thursday night's game,
Dude, the primetime games this week, because this is technically primetime since they're standalone, is terrible. It is Panthers, Bears. This one tonight is Bills versus somebody that we don't want to watch. I think Raiders, maybe. I don't remember.
Yeah, I can look it up.
Jets, Raiders, sorry.
Oh, that's a barn burner.
And tomorrow is the Bills versus somebody we don't want to watch. It's the Broncos at Buffalo.
I think it's a very telling game because if the Bills lose that game.
It's telling, but realistically, if the Bills are what everyone thinks they are, they should just flat out dominate this game. But like you said, it could be also like if Pat Surtain shows up for the first time this season and shuts down Stephon Diggs, this might be a really interesting story tomorrow.
I actually heard, I guess we'll get there when we get there, but somebody said the Buffalo Bills aren't as good as people think they are. They have 2 position players that play really well, and outside of that, their defense is okay. Yeah, somebody said that. They're not even a top 10 team.
I mean, I think their defense plays better than okay. Otherwise, I kind of agree. Besides Josh Allen and Stephon Diggs, you have no offense.
Yeah, no run game.
Yeah, at the beginning of the season, we saw some hope, and then he just kind of plateaued flat, and there's been no incline. So I'm like, oh, well, they're done.
Yeah.
And like you said, the run game is led by Josh Allen. And I know Kamara missed the first 4 games, but it kind of reminds me of New Orleans where Taysom Hill is their fucking leading rusher, not Alvin Kamara. And I'm like, what is happening? So I don't know. But all right, we already picked this one, as everyone knows. On Monday we both took the Colts, which right now 7-6 Colts, but
this was a coin flip, and I got to pick against my team. That's my strategy. So,
but all right, so The 1:00 games. We're gonna start with however the fuck I have it written in the notebook. So Packers Steelers is apparently the first one. Both
Okay.
preseason, we both took Green Bay. I don't know the injuries. If anyone's joining us now and is curious of any injuries that we might not have named today, so far, the big name entering today for fantasy was Jamar Chase. He is going to play. Rappaport says he could be limited, but right now he's just listed as a full participant in today's game. But we'll get to the rest of injuries. But I just wanted everyone to know Jamar Chase is playing if you need to set your lineups now. I don't.
Okay.
So this is 3 points in favor of Pittsburgh at home.
3-point favorite at home, basically a coin flip because it's
It says even underneath it.
It's Kenny Pickett versus Jordan Love.
81.9 rating, 81.6 rating.
Who's worse? I'm not sure. Jordan Love has a 12-8 touchdown to interception ratio, only to be bested by Kenny Pickett's 6-4.
Jordan Love has 300 more yards passing. That's impressive. Okay, 230, considering I thought he would be dead last in the league in passing.
The fact that Pittsburgh's leading rusher is Najee Harris scares me.
Yeah, and he's not even a full 200 yards ahead of the guy who's missed 3 games in Aaron Jones. George Pickens has been throwing a hissy fit, so I feel like they're going to try and force the ball to him in this game to make him happy.
Let's see. Green Bay not playing today. Samori Toure, wide receiver. Quay Walker, linebacker. Caleb Jones, offensive tackle. Brenton Cox Jr., linebacker. Jair Alexander, cornerback, out.
Jair's out?
Yep.
Again? Jesus fuck. All right, so Valentine and somebody. Valentine, by the way, last week when targeted, the quarterback was 0-6 against Valentine, who's a rookie, so I'm happy he's stepping up. But I have no idea who else. Carrington Valentine is the guy I was talking about. I don't know, because Darnell's on the IR. Eric Stokes is on the IR. Now Jair's out. It'll be Corey Ballantyne, B. Ballantyne, and Carrington Valentine. That's the
So Valentine and Valentine.
the top 2 corners. Jesus. You know what? I've picked against the Packers 3 weeks in a row. 2 weeks in a row, and I'm sticking with it. I'm taking the fucking Steelers.
Yeah, I like the Steelers here too.
It's in Pittsburgh, I think. With Mr. I Can't Play Football, David Bakhtiari being out, I think TJ Watt could feast today. So
yeah, he could really break the game from his
please
side of the
pick
ball.
one to start between Joe Mixon, Breece Hall. I'm assuming Breece Hall, and James Cook. Oh boy,
Montgomery and Eckler already starting. Okay, Mixon.
So Mixon, for those who do not know, gets the Texans. Breece Hall gets the Raiders. Jesus, that's easy. And James Cook gets the Broncos. Let's see. The Broncos are dead last in the league against the run, but James Cook has been pretty atrocious the past few weeks.
Yeah, that one's kind of
standard means I assume no PPR, so James Cook loses all the receiving value. The Raiders are 31st against the run, and you have Breece Hall. And Joe Mixon is at home with a banged-up Jamar Chase. They might lean on him a little bit, but the Texans are 10th against the run. I'm leaning Breece Hall.
Yeah.
Against the Raiders, they're going to run the ball because Zach Wilson can't throw the ball.
I was going to say you can't use Zach Wilson to throw the ball, so you got to do something.
And the only way to counter Max Crosby blitzing and pass rushing as heavy as he does is to run the football. You have to make him honest on the edge run, and everything else. So I think they're going to have to put that into the game plan. I'm going to go with Breece Hall. It's very close with Mixon because I think Mixon could have a big day with Jamar Chase being out, but I would go Breece Hall. Well, not out, sorry. Jamar Chase being injured and playing through a back injury. But I'll go Breece Hall. Yeah. But it's close. We appreciate the question, but yeah, I go with Breece.
Yeah, I mean, you're just automatically throwing out James Cook. It's between Mixon and Breece Hall, really.
Unless I would say, especially as you come down the stretch here, I would say Cook is more of a if someone gets hurt type situation, unless he starts to get hot again. But right now, he has been ice cold.
Well, he's a starter for me in our league, but that's because I don't have any running backs.
Yeah, I think we're going to see Leonard Fournette next week if James Cook doesn't have a good game this week.
I prioritized 5 wide receivers before I prioritized a running back.
Yeah, I went away from my strategy in our league and took running backs, and I regret every single second of it. So I honestly, that's the play I would have been doing. Only because Monty's back, but Monty is coming back from a rib injury. Jahmyr Gibbs in the week before the bye had a really hold on. Let me pull up Gibbs' stats here. I don't want to be way off here, but the Chargers are 8th against the run. Regardless of how bad their defense is, they have not allowed a 75-yard rusher in, I think, 10 games now. So they're going back to last year. So they're stopping the run well, which has me a little worried for Monty's return. But I want to pull up Gibbs' last couple games because I think they're going Gibbs. So before the bye, they played the Raiders, and I'm pretty sure he went off 152 yards and a touchdown with 37 yards through the air, 5 targets, 5 catches. I don't feel like they're going to just take him out of the lineup. I do worry Monty coming back from broken ribs might be more of a goal line type, red zone back and let Gibbs eat the middle of the field. At least that's what I would do. I don't know what they're going to do because the Lions have been fairly unpredictable on offense this year. But personally, I think your best chance would be Mixon and Breece Hall. But I don't know. Dot might have a different opinion, but that's where I'm headed.
No, I think
for those who didn't
I think the one thing that kind of throws you off is how much they use Montgomery when he's available.
Exactly.
It's kind of a toss-up there. I think the less risky play would probably be to play Mixon and Hall, just because you don't know. But you're risking Montgomery just being used like he never left. You know what I mean?
Yeah, 32 carries, 120 yards.
Yeah. Yeah. So it's kind of a toss-up, but I think the more standard play would be to play Mixon and Hall, at least on this Sunday, until you see what they're going to do with
Jay. For yours, is this 2 options, 2 leagues, I assume, or like 2 super flex type situation, or are you asking which of these 4? I'm assuming 2 options because in this option I would go. That's so fucking hard. The first one's really hard because Lamar's playing the Browns defense and Stroud's playing the Bengals defense. 2 leagues. I lean Lamar just because after the game Stroud just had, I feel like he's due to settle back to earth pretty quickly with like a 202-yard game with maybe a touchdown, maybe 2 touchdowns tops. Lamar, as much as the Browns have been good defensively, Lamar is 7-3 against the Browns. Record-wise, his QBR is 100. Last game he played against the Browns, he had 142 quarterback rating. And that was this year, October 1st. So I do think Lamar, knows the Browns. He's at home. Stroud's going on the road to play a tough defense. So I would go Lamar in that one. And for me, I'm a Packers fan. This is a Clay Matthews camo Packer jersey. I'm still taking Kyler Murray. I hate Kyler Murray, but
give me the kid that runs like a toddler.
I just have no faith and love against the Steelers' pass defense.
Yeah, I think you don't know what you're getting with Murray, but it's from history, it's going to be better than what Jordan Love's putting on the table.
Yeah, and he's, Murray's got that connection already with Rondale Moore and Hollywood Brown, so I think they're going to have a good game out of those 2. And then you got just Jordan Love has had no connection with anybody. He's missing wide open Christian Watsons. Romeo Dobbs has been his only reliable target, and that's only in the red zone. So I would go Murray and Lamar. Lamar and Stroud is hard for me though because I am a huge CJ Stroud fan. I love him. But
I think the big thing with the Lamar Stroud choice is that Baltimore takes points away from Lamar essentially because all they do in the red zone is run the ball.
Yeah. Granted, he normally runs one in. But
yeah, so you have the chance for him to run one in. But a lot of times they're not having him run it, and I think that they're just playing it like not risking injury.
Yeah, I agree. But the Browns are fourth best in the league at stopping, fourth best against the running backs in fantasy. So in scoring points.
So it's like Lamar has to beat him with his arm, right?
Yeah, they might have to rely on Lamar here.
And then just for the Stroud thing, outside of the last game, he's been 10, 12, 13th in fantasy points among quarterbacks for all the other games. So
yeah, I mean, think about the week before that game last week. He played the Panthers and was like 128 yards and no touchdowns.
140 yards, 2 rushes for 13 yards and 1 touchdown.
There you go.
13 fantasy points.
Yeah. So back to earth. It's the Bengals defense on the road in Cincinnati. And it's fucking cold here, so I imagine it's pretty.
And that Bengals defense is the real deal. So
yeah.
I would go Lamar and Murray myself as well.
We appreciate that question as well. Next one, Saints Vikings. This is in Minnesota. It's the guy who's going to space next year.
The Pastronaut?
Yeah. He's actually going to space, which I think is so cool.
That's fucking awesome, right? It's like,
versus the guy who can't get his feet off the ground. I don't know here. This is a tough game because I'm looking at the Saints defense and saying I don't feel like they're going to give up too much to Josh Dobbs. They are the 3-point favorite on the road.
This is a tough one. Right now, the matchup predictor is 49.9% in favor of the Vikings, 49.7% in favor of the Saints. So, 0.2% off.
We didn't talk about it. I meant to talk about it. Since we're talking about a team with, in this game, we always talk about news. Michael Thomas arrested for throwing a brick through somebody's car window, truck window.
It was like a contractor parking on the street next to his property or something.
Yeah. Yep. Yeah. The contractor actually made a TikTok video talking about it.
I was gonna say, and somebody just posted a video of on the Michael Thomas thing. It was just like the get off my lawn thing.
Yeah, he's playing today somehow. I don't know how the league's just not at least putting him on a list to make it so they have to settle this first. But he's playing today. This game is hard because what Dobbs is going to show up, right?
Yeah, you really don't know one because he played in Arizona. So you don't know what week to week, and then again, he's only been in Minnesota for a week and 4 days.
Yeah, as smart as he is, he even admitted yesterday in an interview that he still doesn't know the entire playbook. So,
yeah, well, like he said to Kevin O'Connell, it's not fucking rocket science.
Struggling here in this one. Preseason, you took the Vikes, I took the Saints. I'm still just as confused on this one as I was preseason.
I'm going to stick my pick. I'm going Vikes. I like the momentum they have. Again, could get burnt by the Josh Dobbs thing, but, give me the Pastronaut for a win.
I'm joining you, and I'm going to take a big gamble here and say that Alexander Mattison scores his first rushing touchdown of the season in this game. I'll take a big gamble.
Wow, Mac, that was the worst pass I've ever seen in my life.
I was waiting. I was like, he's going to see it at some point, right? Oh, man.
Yeah, I'm on a 10-second delay. So I was like, Jesus, how bad are you?
Yeah.
Fucking talking about red zone. We'll just run the damn ball. Wow. Yeah. That was brutal.
Michael Irvin before the game was going off about how it's not Mac Jones's fault, and he's actually a great quarterback, and this is all on Bill Belichick.
I think he's okay, but he's not great. But again, are better receivers going to help him? I'm not sure. I just don't
Becca,
know.
I assume you're taking the same team I am when we get to that game, but yeah, I know who you're taking.
Yes, good morning, Bug.
All right, so we both took Vikes. Next one, Texans Bengals. No T. Higgins, a banged up Jamar Chase, if that makes any difference for anyone here.
I don't know. Let me look at the line here. Cincinnati's a 5.5-point favorite.
Yeah, that changed this morning, by the way. This morning, the report was Jamar Chase would be lucky to be 50-50 this morning, but he woke up feeling good, did the pre-workout, and felt great. And the line jumped 2 points with Jamar Chase in it because it was 3.5. I don't know. I'm telling you, I don't know. My heart is telling me I have to take one team, but my brain is like, Cincinnati's too damn good to lose this game.
Yeah, your heart's telling you to take the Texans. I know you.
Oh, what a catch! Fucking Josh Downs is special, man. They got so lucky with that pick. I'm taking the Bengals. I'm trying not to do it, but I have to.
I think the Bengals are too good. Like they could lose. Sure, they could lose this game, but
if this was in Houston, I might roll the dice. But it's in Cincinnati. I just don't see it. If Jamar Chase wasn't playing, I 100% was taking the Texans to win this game. There was no doubt in my mind because their receivers were going to be Tyler Boyd, Trenton Irwin, and two random guys I've never heard of.
And Joe Mixon's not a guy you can just like lean on the whole day.
Yeah, but now that Jamar Chase is playing, it opens up Trenton Irwin to be that 3-number tricky little slot guy, and I actually like him in that role with Tyler Boyd on the opposite side. So I'll take the Bengals.
Yeah, I'm taking the Bengals here too. It just makes sense.
Not happy about it.
I think the one big name that is that the Bengals are also banged up on defense.
Yeah, they're hurting right now.
No Sam Hubbard today. I know.
Oh, and no Nico Collins on the other side, by the way. So that's a huge loss in my opinion.
Yeah. Yeah, it does suck.
No To'Oto. No Joe Ward. Yeah, look, no Jimmy Ward, no To'Oto as linebacker no Damian Pierce. This is too many injuries for the Texans. No Andrew Beck, so their fullback's out, who they use all the time. Kaimimi Fairbairn's on the IR, so I don't even know who their kicker is. I didn't see who they signed, unless they're going to let my boy kick some more field goals.
They just keep him kicking. They're like, you know what? You did good enough from 20. Now bang him out from 45.
I wish. I'm going to their kickers. But, yeah, and like you said, the Bengals are Matt Amendola. Well, that ain't pretty.
Oh, God.
Yeah, the Bengals, like you said, are also banged up, but I'll roll Bengals. The Texans are missing too many big pieces in too many places, but no Sam Hubbard is huge.
Yeah.
Along with T. Higgins. So, all right, Ravens-Browns. I wanted to hesitate on it, but I did research this morning, and the fact that Lamar is 7-3 against the Browns, put up 142 quarterback rating in his first game against the Browns this season, and that was in Cleveland. This is in Baltimore. I'm taking the Ravens.
Yeah, I
just can't sleep on them. I look, the Browns defense could keep this close. It could be like a 23-20 game. I wouldn't be shocked, but I still think the Ravens are just the better team.
If the Browns win this game, it's going to have to be like a really good day, like the best day we've seen out of Deshaun Watson in years.
And Myles Garrett's going to need to come up with a couple fumbles, which Lamar is prone to fumbles, but
I'm not sure that's possible for Deshaun Watson.
I don't either. He has to revert back to the Houston Texans day. So
right, and it's just like I don't see that like with what my eyes are telling me I've seen this season. So I'm taking Baltimore here. They're just defensively, I think they're sleepy strong. Like people are like, oh, the Cleveland defense is like, well, Baltimore's defense is pretty good too. Like
I think it's actually the highest rated defense.
Right.
Second in total yards behind only the Browns. Second against the pass, the Browns are first, but the Browns are sixth against the run. The Ravens are ninth against the run. The Ravens are best against stopping point. 13.8 points allowed per game is all the Ravens are allowing.
Yeah, so the Browns are going to score 3 unless it's on defense.
And they're 7th against third down. The Browns are first. Only 26% of the time are teams converting third downs. That's impressive. Neil, what are you doing?
They're pretty good, and they.
This will be a good defensive AFC North typical game that I'm excited to watch. But I'll go Ravens.
I just saw Bailey Zappi warming up.
Always have been, always will be. I know you're a big. Are they really going to do that at the end of a game? Wait, didn't they just convert? It's 4th and 2, so they might be punting here.
Yeah.
Okay.
I need a tight end. Njoku, Jonnu Smith, Okonkwo, and Everett are available. Who are the Chargers?
Boogie, I know you're not leaving us yet, so I'm going to tell you. I figured out Arthur Smith's thing. Okay, he's so dumb that he just goes by the first letter of names. So jet sweep starts with a J, so that's why Jonnu Smith runs all the jet sweeps now. Block starts with a B, so Bijan's now a blocker. So Jonnu Smith's not a bad option.
Oh, wait, hold on. For important plays, B also stands for bench because that's
there you go.
Bijan was on that final play.
Yeah, there you go.
Blow my nose.
Did y'all see? Apparently, they're going to have a swim in the Harbor Day next year. Yeah, which I'm all for it. I'm all for it. I'm all for people getting all the diseases. If you fall, I had a friend fall into the Inner Harbor when we were at the aquarium. He slipped and fell into the Inner Harbor. He had to get like 13 different shots because of all the disgusting.
He got scurvy.
Like, oh God. Anyway, back to your question. Not Njoku. The fuck Okonkwo? The Okonkwo. The fuck is Okonkwo? What is my brain blanking? Is that Chiggy's name?
Yeah. Tennessee Titans.
Oh. I do like that a little bit. Who are they playing? The Bucks, who are bottom 5, I think, against the pass. 31st against the pass.
Oh, so bottom 2.
Chiggy Okonkwo, the Maryland Beast. Hey, Tyler, what's going on, buddy? Nope, not trying to find a body. Better hope nobody has any cuts or open wounds. Yeah, and close your mouth and put eye goggles on so it doesn't go into your eyes and cover your ears. I don't know.
You're better off spending 12 hours in a strip club.
Yeah, Tyler, definitely a Terp player. I love Chiggy Okonkwo. Maryland Beast. He has had a rough season. He's had a couple key drops this year, but whatever. They always drop balls at Maryland. All of them. DJ Moore still drops balls. It's just a Maryland thing. Everybody but Diggs. Diggs doesn't drop anything. Josh Allen just overthrows him sometimes. I don't know. Gerald Everett's hard because it's so inconsistent what you get out of the Chargers. They do play the Lions this week, so
that's a sneaky tough matchup with the Lions, but I think with the Chargers.
Sorry, for those who don't know, Sensations is a joke in Maryland. It is the most I don't go to strip clubs, but it is the most disgusting strip club on the planet. Like, it is everything you think of when you think of seedy, low-level strip. It is Sensations. It is.
Yeah, but how are the wings? That's the real question.
Yeah, Torrey Smith was Captain Dropsies, but I'm gonna take a gamble. Boogie. It's tight end, so unless you're playing, I don't know. There's not a good tight end in the league this year. Kelsey's not playing this week.
It's literally shaped like a vagina. She just said.
It is kind of, yeah. I'm gonna go Chiggy, Boogie. I'm gonna go Chiggy. I like Chiggy.
Yeah,
Will Levis, I think he just continues to get better with an actual passing quarterback.
Yeah, I don't like either of the first two. I think you're kind of right. It's between Okonkwo and Everett.
Now, watch Deshaun Watson have a great day with a tight end, but, I'm taking the gamble that the Ravens defense holds up and Njoku doesn't have a good day, and I would take Chiggy with Will Levis. Will Levis is just a better quarterback than Ryan Tannehill, so I think his numbers will continue to increase. He saw 5 targets last week for like 3 catches and 38 yards. That could easily be 5 catches this week with like 60 yards, so I think that's about average for tight ends this season. Travis Kelce's been terrible. Sam Laporta has started to finally come back down. Hawkinson's going to be limited this week, so I highly recommend no one start him. They said he will not.
Yeah, you're not getting your Kelce being wide receiver one numbers last year.
As much as I don't want to talk about it, by the way, if anyone saw this, the girls down here have their teeth on like Pittsburgh or West Virginia.
That's because Pittsburgh and West Virginia are home of the Pillbillies.
He's playing worse when it's not there because he's too distracted thinking about it.
Oh,
but if anyone's
he went to a concert, didn't he?
And she ran off when she got off the stage. She ran up and jumped in his arms. But she also sang a song in her song yesterday. She changed the words to about him. She said something about showing off the player from Kansas City, and I was like, "Oh, she changed the words about that man." So they're definitely fooled in now. I was always questioning. I was like, it kind of seems like one of those fling things.
You want to see if it was like a PR stunt, right?
Like just one of those fling things that are just going to kind of go back and forth for a little while, and then they're just going to go away. But like, no, they're full in now. I'm like, all right, this is legit. Like on his bye week, he's with her on a tour.
Oh, he did put in Bailey Zappi.
That's fucking nuts.
Listen,
I mean, there's people saying his job's on the line this week, but
he was shirtless in Nantucket earlier this week. Like, come on.
People have been saying all week that his job's on the line if they lose this game. But Robert Kraft before the game was sitting down with Rich Eisen, literally live at the stadium before the game, and said he's fine. He's not going anywhere. Maybe they'll see how the season goes, and they'll talk in the offseason.
It's funny because
that's the truth.
Everybody's taking this shit as like one of these guys put out a thing that was like, oh, Bill could lose his job if they lose this game in Germany. He could be left on the tarmac in Germany. And I'm like, the Patriots aren't going to do that. The guys that got 6 fucking Super Bowls. What are you talking about?
Yeah, like, I think realistically, Gerald McCoy nailed it on the head this morning before the game. He said, if anything happens, he said it'll happen in the offseason, and it won't matter because somebody will hire Bill within a day. And I was like, yep.
The Chargers, Washington, there's like 3 or 4 teams that would hire him in a heartbeat.
Did he go back, or are you saying should he go back? Because he should not go back. Bill O'Brien is perfect. They just need to get him weapons because he has none. But
yeah, McDaniels is kind of, well, if I was McDaniels, he's still getting paid, so fucking take the next year off.
Yeah, make people forget. Make people forget and then go back and be an OC somewhere. I don't even think he can be an OC anymore. His system is outdated. The way he plays, he can't coach an offense. He needs to update the way he coaches offense. I just don't think he's it. Maybe a wide receivers coach, maybe an offensive play schematic coach or whatever they call it. I don't think he's like your actual head coach or offensive coordinator type guy.
No, his offense works for one guy and one guy only. Tom Brady. Like, obviously, it didn't even it looked worse the second time around with Jimmy G.
Becca, you're a wonderful mom. So, you're just doing mom things. I just sometimes feel bad for the artsy, craftsy side of moms having to do things like that. What is my cat doing? Luma is making biscuits on a blanket because she's going to pass out behind me. Wait, she's not even behind me. She's diagonally behind me. Yeah, she's just making biscuits staring out the window. She's going to pass out.
Making biscuits.
We talked about Chiggy. We're actually on that game next. Titans-Bucks.
Titans-Bucks.
By the way, Man City and Chelsea are 2-2 headed to half. Chelsea's woke up lately. I don't know what's going on.
4th and 1, and we throw an interception to end the game again. 2 weeks in a row. Let's go.
And Bailey Zappi did it this time.
Yeah, I know.
You guys really realistically need to tear it down. It's time to tear it down. Get Bill out. Gerard Mayo, head coach.
You might as well just start from scratch. Like, what?
Highly likely to try and eat these damn things. Shit, Medea is sitting next to you. They're beads, bro. I hope no one eats the beads. I understand Mo. She's a kid. Actually, you know what? Pets are kids too. So, okay, I get it.
Yeah, in my case, they are.
Standings. Like you guys, from everything I've heard, tell that to my dumbass Roddy. Harley would do the same. He puts anything in his mouth. He fucking eats his own hair. He's a dumbass. If you put it in front of him, he's like one of those little toddlers you tell don't like put things in front of toddlers because they taste things first. Harley does the same thing. Anything you put in front of him, he will taste it first before he does anything else.
Yeah, pancakes like that too.
But so from what I'm hearing, Gerard Mayo is already in New England. I think is the linebackers coach, and everyone in the building is saying that he is expected to be the next head coach for the New England Patriots. So just tear it down, do what they did over in Houston with D'Amico Ryans. Let Gerard Mayo take over. Get an offensive coordinator that he trusts. If it's not Bill O'Brien, go ahead and find someone. He'll find somebody. And just start over. You guys are doing so poorly that you'll get a top 3 pick. So it might not be Caleb Williams, but it could be Drake May. It could be Michael Penix, who is continuing to make me think he is the best quarterback in college football.
Yeah, you get to Bo Nix. That's not so bad, right? Like,
yeah, Bo Nix, Sam Hartman. Like, there's plenty of options out there.
This might be one of the deepest quarterback classes we've seen in a while. Now, how they work out in the NFL is still kind of, like we hated Will Levis, and he seems to be at least decent. So,
children. Her daughter tries to drink out of the dog bowls if it's not up.
Listen, dog treats are high in protein, not so bad.
She meowed at me, but when I looked back at her, I had to pet her. All right, Titans Bucks in Tampa Bay is a 2.5-point favorite in favor of the Buccaneers, and the Buccaneers can suck my butt because I am going to go. I don't like him. Don't believe in him too much, but I'm taking the Titans because the Bucks are 31st against the pass.
You're taking Mr. Mayo?
I'm taking the guy who loves to put mayonnaise in his coffee and has a Hellman's lifetime partnership. I'm taking it. Will Levis and the Titans beat the Bucks on the road. And I want to say the Bucks, their coach is Todd Bowles, a defensive guy. I think, right? Todd Bowles was known for defense. Am I wrong? I don't remember now. Never mind. Just go ahead.
No, Todd Bowles was known for defense, but
they're 31st against the pass.
Yeah, it's kind of like Brandon Staley, right? It's like, you're really good at what you do, huh?
Like, bruh,
huh? Confused like Todd Bowles.
Yeah, I just got exactly. Yeah.
Okay,
I just went through.
And then Becca said, "Kids are really great. Honestly, I mean, animals are too, but kids are kind of a lot of fun." My favorite part about when kids are growing up is when they're toddlers and you're learning them not to hit things because that's when you can punch a toddler. And I have punched a toddler a few times in my life, so I'm just gonna throw that out there. My mom ran a daycare for a long time.
Oh, you told me that.
And like she responded with, "Oh my god, yes." See, exactly. It's my favorite part. Just one little shot right in the solar plexus one time. They'll never hit you again. Yeah, I'm gonna. God, I feel like D-Hop could have a day with Will Levis. I think they're going to come back to earth a little bit, but I still think they're good enough to beat Tampa. What?
Tampa and she works in a PEDS office, so.
In a PEDS office. I don't look at what you meant. Oh, God. Oh.
I've got yin and yang laying in balls next to each other. Harley all black, Cloud all white. And they're literally all on the couch right now.
I'm with you on this one. I'm gonna go Titans here.
I don't know what did you send me?
Mac Jones leads the NFL in interceptions. That a boy.
Oh my God! I thought it said Mac Jones was 3 for 7 for 25 yards and an interception. I was like, wait a minute, hold on, the whole game?
15 of 20 for 170 and an INT.
Okay, whew, that scared me. I'm not gonna lie. Oh yeah, the Todd Bowles confusion. Sorry, I had to pull it up.
Geriatrics, yeah, I wouldn't want to work with old people either. They smell like the pen.
Yeah, I can't. I just can't do it. I was in between work. I had somebody offer me a job with old people, and I was like, I can't work with old people. I can't do it.
You know how many arguments I would get into? Like, all right, you boomer, go to sleep.
Titans, Bucks. Anyway, Titans. How about you?
Yeah, I'm taking it. Like I said, I think they might come back to earth a little bit, but I got no faith in the Bucks right now. Like, they started off real hot, and they cooled off real quick. That's racist. Oh, that's good. So I mean, it's just Baker Mayfield, right? Like, at least Will Levis, he's got a cannon of an arm.
Holy fuck me, that is Haley. Our stripper has arrived.
Oh, I was wondering the name. I'm like, who's this? Yeah. So Titans right now, the pick'em is 54.6% in favor of the Bucks, 45% in favor of the Titans.
Nope, I'm not putting that one up on the screen, but no thanks. I don't know what that one up on the screen.
Yeah.
Anyway, the last 1 o'clock game. Hello, my new name. No more of that. But no, you're still a stripper. No buts. You're still a stripper.
No, does she work at Sensations?
No, because she's from PA, so she works like in those Pittsburgh ones. I don't know.
Oh. Does she have all her teeth?
She's too young to lose them yet.
Probably not.
49ers Jags.
Oh, this is
the 1 o'clock slot.
Yeah, I can't believe this is a 1 o'clock game, and it's probably going to be the one I laugh my ass off. I have all my teeth. Okay, good.
She moved to Ohio for a little bit, so she got away from the PA for a little while.
Not
that Ohio's better.
I was going to say not that Ohio's a real upgrade, but all right.
Tyler, she's one of my best friends. She's fine. I rag on her literally almost morning to night. Haley's not great at comebacks. Normally, it's jokes about my mom, and it's not like a bad thing. Haley just wants to bang my mom.
Makes sense.
Yes, Tyler, my mom. 49ers Jags. Yes, Pat, I knew that was coming. I said it before you typed it.
Keeping my mouth shut. I'm fucking no, Pat. No. Oh my god, someone wants to fuck Pat.
49ers Jags in Jacksonville. Jacksonville is a 3-point dog to the team rolling in on a 3-game losing streak off of a bye. Chase Young gets an entire week to learn the playbook and get used to the team. He actually has more sacks on the season than anyone on the 49ers, so I guess upgrade. We both took the Niners preseason. I'm changing my course, and I'm taking the Jags.
All right.
And this is my upset of the week.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah, I obviously. I feel like the line is pretty accurate here. Like I feel like it's I almost want it like even, where it's not a 3-point for San Francisco, but they're taking away the 3 points from the Jags. I feel like this is almost like a 6-point swing, and I just don't think the 49ers are there right now.
I don't feel like it either.
I think the misleading thing is that you haven't really had any explosiveness out of Trevor Lawrence, but he's doing what he needs to win games. He's literally the best game manager as a quarterback right now.
Yeah, and ETN's been going.
Yeah, he doesn't need to. He doesn't need to have a 400-yard performance because they're not. You know what I mean? Like, he's doing what he needs to win games, and Brock Purdy isn't. I guess who's the 49ers? I got to look at the 49ers injury report because
Debo's back.
Well, Debo's back, but who am I thinking of here? The best tackle in the game.
He was trending towards out, but I haven't seen anything. Also, their starting guard. Dude, what?
That's why I love cats. I don't have any cats, but that's why. Because they're at other people's places. They're just knocking shit off
Uh,
tables. He's not listed on the injury report.
He's expected to return. Yeah, he is going to play. So Trent Williams is there and Debo's there. This should be
I couldn't think of his name. Thank you for giving me his name.
Tyler Haley is Mike's. Like Mike and Haley have a weird, cute thing going on. Mike's not even here to like rag on for it, but
to defend himself for that.
They're adorable.
Did you? I don't know if you saw the shot of Bill Belichick after Bailey Zappi threw that interception, where Bill just had his hands like this over his fucking face.
No. Yes, you do. Shut up. You and Mike. Never mind. Not gonna make those comments. Yeah, I'll take Jags. I don't like it with Trent Williams back, but I'll take Jags.
Yeah, I'm gonna stick with the 49ers here. I think McCaffrey could have a day. Obviously, Debo being back gives them another level of explosiveness on the offense. Yeah. I guess the big question mark is which Brock Purdy do we see, right? Do we see a top 10 quarterback, or do we see a guy who was last in the draft?
What are you on about? How about we don't do that? What enough? What is happening in here?
Yeah, I don't know.
I'm not a fan.
Okay, let's stick to football.
Yeah, let's stick to football. I don't know.
Okay. So 49ers Jags.
I don't know what the fuck's happening.
Yeah. Yeah. I think
we're gonna
settle this elsewhere.
Yeah, I timed out. I don't know what's happening. Yeah. Lions Chargers.
Another good game, I think. I feel like
I don't know. Maybe I'm just harshing on how bad I don't like Jesus fucking Christ, Brandon Staley. Why do I keep saying
you got it this week?
I just always say Gus Bradley. I don't know why. But I don't know why I don't like him. Well, I know why I don't like him, but I don't know why I can't believe he can win football games with that as a head coach. Because they're 4-3 or something.
At least the defense is trending forward, or trending up, I should say.
Yeah, the defense is actually starting to look better without what's his name.
Yeah, baby, we're third on the draft board right now. Let's keep losing.
Yeah, there you go. Third on the draft board. I don't know. I'm taking the Lions. I'm trying to talk myself out of this because I think the Chargers could win this game, especially being at home. But I just feel like the Lions coming off of a bye. I feel like with David Montgomery back, they get the two-headed beast in the running backs. I got to roll the Lions until the Chargers show it against a decent team. They're 4-4, but they continue to beat teams like the Jets. I just don't.
And they didn't offensively wow us against the Jets, right? Now the Jets' defense is what keeps them in games.
Crush this French toast so I get rid of a mild hangover.
Yeah.
I didn't know French toast was a cure to a mild hangover. I thought it was like big, heavy protein and water.
You know it's a cure for a mild hangover?
Just continue to drink so that way you don't.
Exactly.
I knew where you were going.
All right. Detroit 2.5-point favorite on the road. Give me the Chargers. I think this is one. I like the Lions here. I think it's a good matchup for them. Again, they're sneakier on defense than people would like to give them credit for. And the big thing for the Chargers is no Mike Williams. Obviously, he's on IR, but no Josh Palmer this week.
Yeah, but that gives Quentin Johnson all the opportunity to.
Food, water, Gatorade. Oh, yeah, those new Gatorades. Those, what are they, like the rapid rehydration ones, the Gator Light?
Never heard of it.
All those
Granted, I
are,
don't touch Gatorade. I
those
tried.
are- those are good. They make them in a 0.
I did
Alcohol.
try Twitch Prime, which is made by Gatorade. I thought that was all right. It was pretty decent.
Oh yeah, I like Liquid IV too.
So anyway, who'd you say you're taking? I'm sorry.
Actually, the best cure for a hangover is to actually either drink Pedialyte before you go drinking or get an IV right before you go drinking. That's always fun.
Or do what I do and just don't drink and you don't get a hangover. Look at that.
I mean, I generally don't have a hangover unless I don't sleep, which is kind of what I did.
These are all you need.
I mean, let's see. I had between the hours of 4 p.m. yesterday and
Haley,
4
not
a.m.
on the
4
not
a.m.
on the
this morning.
amaranth drink.
Oh, give me that yeast, baby. Yeah, like I said, she just got to partner up with Belle Delphine, and they can make a bathwater and her yeast and make a beer. Yeah.
No thanks.
The story about Gronk. He would just roll into the fucking Pats thing, fall asleep on the tables, and when he woke up, they'd just stick an IV in him because he'd come into the Pat Stadium at like 3-4 in the morning, just fucking hammered. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, that's I mean,
Dot's a massive Pats fan, just like you are, Tyler. So you guys both are losers.
Don't make me put my chain on.
I mean, we'll only be a game ahead of you if we lose today, so I can't talk. Lions Chargers. Anyway, who'd you take? I'm sorry.
Chargers.
Okay.
Right now,
you were going to, but
yeah, you know me. I'm riding this pony till it dies.
I said to my friend today, it's hard for me to pick the Bengals because until the Packers fix this crap, I'm just going to go with the Texans from now on as my team. Well, I'm still going to root for the Packers, but the Texans are going to be the team I ride behind until.
Yeah, you got to be like me. You pick against your team. That way, if you win, it's a win-win.
We're going to suck for a while. He wants you to put it on. Normally, people tell Dot to take things off, not put things on. So I don't know. It's weird having someone say put it on to Dot.
Come on, settle.
It's not on you yet.
Yeah. What up?
Speaking of the Bengals, Joe Burrow, he's got. He's actually a genuinely sweet human being, according to everybody in the media,
and then he's just that guy, when he shows up to the stadium and.
He's just a killer. He's got that killer instinct.
Yeah, I think Colin Cowherd said he was. He's kind of like Michael Jordan. Can put it on you in the first if he needs, but he's real good in the fourth. Like it's just like.
I thought you'd been off the field. I was like, Michael Jordan was not going to be a nice person.
God no, degenerate gambler.
I was very confused at first. That's why I was like, what?
Smoking cigars the entire time.
Be like calling Michael Irvin a nice person. It'd be very confusing.
It was like the story with Jeremy Roenick about Michael Jordan when he was like, "Yeah, we played 18 and I beat him, so he got fucking mad." He goes, he probably had 10 beers at 18, and then he was like, "We're going another 18 because he's fucking degenerate gambler." And he goes, he probably had another 10 beers. He probably smoked 4 cigars. He goes, he put up 51 points that night. He's just like, okay. So
it's like that one Yankees pitcher who threw a no-hitter while fucking like stoned and drunk out of his mind.
There was the guy that threw the no-hitter on acid.
Stop. Harley. Jesus Christ.
Can't think of his name. Doc Ellis. Oh,
there you go.
Yeah. No-hitter.
Anyway, we got about 10 minutes. We got still 6 games left, so let's get 5.
Rapid fire them.
Falcons Cardinals in Arizona. Kyler Murray's return. Bijan Robinson and Kyle Pitts will continue to be used at random, not consistently. So I don't know what to do in this game. James Conner's also back.
Yeah, that was kind of, well, not surprising, but it just
the
like,
legendary Harley wine. Dude, that is every fucking day of my life at some point during the day. So I rearranged my entire apartment because my mom, Tyler, if you remember how my old living room looked at the house that we used to live in with my mom in Westminster, she fucking wanted me to keep some of the furniture she bought when I was a kid. Like, I mean, a kid, like for the rest of the house, not like my kiddie furniture or anything, but like she, decorated the house with the furniture, and her and my dad were government workers. So she bought one of these stupid tall, I don't know what to call it. It's got glass windows, but it's $4,000 what she paid for it back in the day. And she didn't want to get rid of it. Yeah, I guess. But she didn't want to move it across the country to Wyoming. She didn't want to get rid of it. And I told her no. I was like, this is not coming to my apartment. She had it in her storage unit the whole time in Westminster, right here. Even though she lives all the way across the country, she kept it in a storage unit here. And as soon as I moved into this apartment, she had a storage unit. She flew across the country, cleaned out her storage unit, donated most of it, and then had a moving company bring in a bunch of furniture I said would not fit. So I had to rearrange my entire living room now. And now I'm stuck in a little corner.
You had to feng shui it.
I'm stuck in a little corner, and when I like to game, I don't like things around my legs. Like, it's one of those things where I don't like things in my hand space or around my legs because it like takes away my focus some. And Harley has to always be near me, so I trapped him out with the way it's now set up, and he just sits there and whines next to me unless I push a table out of the way so he can move his ass in there and lay down at my feet. Oh yeah, they sold the house a long time ago. Mom's been living full time out there for like 2 or 3 years now. Yeah,
Okay, so we got Atlanta. By the way, Arthur Smith shaved off his mustache. Now he's more aerodynamic.
Arthur Smith can shave off his brain cells. He's still
he can't do that because I don't think he's got any left. He's not like, come on. You have Bijan Robinson on your team. He's not even on the fucking field for the final play of a game. What are you doing?
If he's not on the field for 70% of your offense, you're doing something wrong.
Okay, so the pick'em right now is 55.9% in favor of Atlanta. Atlanta is a 2.5-point favorite on the road. Don't know what you're getting with Kyler Murray, but it's got to be better than what they've had. Like, Kyler Murray's still pretty fucking good at quarterback.
I'm taking the Cardinals. I don't even care. I can't. Arthur Smith has made me more defeated than freaking Brandon Staley makes me feel. I just can't.
I feel like Arizona might play real energized because of like having Connor and him back.
Granted, COD came out this week. I don't fucking know.
Yeah, that's true.
And Man City scored 2 minutes into the second half.
Have you played any of that COD?
All day Friday, all day Saturday.
Oh, see, I'm like, I don't know if I'm going to buy it. I don't know.
Well, I didn't buy Modern Warfare 2, so I didn't care that it was like basically a DLC. To me, it's a brand new game because I didn't play the other one.
Yeah, I played the other one for like the first week and then stopped.
And the way the new Zombies is being like, we played Zombies. Me and Mike played Zombies. So we were supposed to have friends over yesterday. They canceled. So me and Mike played Zombies for about 12 and a half hours yesterday of the new Nazi Zombies. And it's literally just, it's on basically a giant Warzone map. And you run around and do contracts and pick up perks. And
okay, well, now you sold me on it, you asshole.
It's a massive, and you have squads of 3, but there's can have up to 35 players in the lobby or 36 players in the lobby. They can't kill each other, but you can all run around and help each other with clear out zombie hordes.
No, it's literally zombies on a Warzone map, and there's
and there's zones.
It's kind of like DMZ, was it?
It's basically a DMZ, exactly, because you exfil. You have to exfil once the clock comes up, because otherwise there's a zone that expands and slowly kills everybody in the map. But there's zones. There's the outside zone is considered to be easy difficulty, which it can still be a little overwhelming because you can get zombies out of nowhere and everywhere. There's also mercs on the map that you have to kill, so NPCs that'll try and shoot you and shit you have to deal with. Oh, okay. And then there's a medium zone and a zone 3. There's pack of punches for each zone to level up your gun to fit each zone. It's a lot of fun. It has a lot of quality and life content to it. So
yeah, I'm gonna have to download it.
Well, I mean, me and Mike need a third. We were trying to play 2-man and zombies yesterday, and it was rough because there was times where we were just getting outnumbered. And I was like, God damn it. When is the release for the finals? December something. I don't remember. At least as of now. They could delay it in case because they did see some things. Yeah, it should be December. They said their developers, their 3 developers, were all listening to everybody tweet and talk about the game and all the streamers that were playing the game, and they noted the biggest complaints and the biggest positives, and they're working on making sure everything's fun before it comes out. As Haley said, it was absolutely a blast. I enjoyed every minute of that game. But all right, wait, Cardinals, Falcons. Who you taking? I took Cardinals.
I'm leaning Cardinals here too. I think it's a risky choice again, but the upside of Kyler should make a difference, right? Like, and I just feel like Atlanta's one of those teams that just finds a way to lose games.
Yeah, and as long as Arthur Smith works for Blank, it won't matter because Blank's going to keep him because of those nice FedEx deals Arthur Smith's dad sets up for Home Depot.
That's right.
I came up with that conspiracy, and I'm going to ride it until I die. Seattle hosting the Commanders. I'm not going to debate this one.
I'm not either. I think we're both going the same way here.
I'm going. Yeah, you're going Seahawks.
Yeah. Again, the Commanders. You could. I mean, I feel like Seattle would have to have a really bad day to lose this game.
They need to bounce back after what Baltimore just did to them. And
unless they're still demoralized by what Baltimore did to them, which is possible. Because I mean, that was just an absolute stomp. Like it wasn't even competitive. Oh, but yeah, that's an easy one with Seattle.
All right, Cowboys, Giants, Danny DeVito, or Jesus Christ,
Danny DeVito,
Danny DeVito.
Tammy DeVito.
Tommy DeVito.
Have you seen his TD chain?
No.
He has a chain that just says TD, which is funny because he can't throw the ball past the line of scrimmage. And then he would say, what was the quote? He's like, I don't have to worry about anything. I know there's chicken cutlets when I get home because my mom still cooks for me and makes my bed every morning. He said that. So I think you can tell me that I'm not going with that team. Yeah,
Matt Barkley or Jacob Eason. I don't even know who the backup is.
Have you seen the line for this game yet?
Hello, son. Bro, Dino Chicken Nuggies are where it's at. They are. I don't know why they hit harder than regular chicken nuggets. I don't know what it is.
We can't eat the Dino Chicken Nuggets in my house.
Who just got here? Didn't you just say you were making French toast, or did you order French toast?
Both. Got to supplement, you know. Dallas is a 17.5-point favorite.
Holy shit! Okay, I didn't. You said, have you looked at it? I pulled it up, but then looked away to read that comment and never looked back.
Oh man, yeah. And they're at home, so they're on the fast track. This is gonna.
We didn't pick the spread this week just because we've been chatting so much. I would say they'd still cover that. Even.
I think they might cover that. That's what's crazy. I'm like, maybe they only win by 13, but
this is going to be a shit show.
Literally, this DeVito kid is going to get teed off on, man. Like, it's going to be bad.
Yeah, Dallas's defense at home is terrifying. This is going to be a shit show.
The pick'em is 89.8% in favor of Dallas, 10.1% in favor of New York.
Okay, so people in New York are just picking their team. That's it.
I mean, I'm not, and I'm in New York, so. Yeah.
All right.
Okay, so hold on. The spread is 17.5 in favor of Dallas. You know, over unders 38.5. That means the spread is more than half of the over under. 17.5. You know, oh man, that's fucking hilarious.
I flip a coin. Jets Raiders in Las Vegas. Raiders are a 1.5 point underdog at home.
Well, the Jets defense is the real deal. Like,
did Aaron Rodgers come back? I don't. I texted Dot about this. There was actually a video. Aaron Rodgers and Devontae Adams have been hanging out this weekend, which I think is cool.
And maybe they trade for him in the offseason.
I think they're going to get Bakhtiari.
Just like
Aaron's been asking for him apparently, so I think they'll just get it. And then he'll be healthy all of a sudden.
I was going to say, it's not like he plays for the Packers, so you might as well trade him.
Yeah, I agree with that, actually.
55.6% in favor of the Jets, 44.1% in favor of the Raiders. Like you said, the Jets are a 1.5 point favorite on the road. Wow, they're 4.5 points better than the Raiders.
The line, I mean, like, if you look at the team, total yards, the Raiders are dead last. The Jets are 28th. Passing, it's
Garoppolo's only one interception behind Mac Jones, so like he could easily catch up this game.
Well, Garoppolo's not playing. Still Aiden O'Connell.
Oh, that's right. I forget.
That's the only reason Garoppolo's not ahead. It's been 2 weeks. It's been a week of Aiden O'Connell
and he had weeks where he wasn't playing.
Yeah, he's missed at least 1 week and at least two half of games.
He really leads the NFL in interceptions per attempt, probably.
Yeah. I don't know, 30th in points, 26th in points. But then you look at the defense, and it's a top 7 defense versus a bottom 10 defense. And I'm just going to go with the Jets because I think their defense will do enough. I don't know.
Give me the Raiders.
Oh, and by the way, if the Jets finish where they are now and the Packers finish where they are now in their respective divisions, the Jets will play a game in Lambeau next year. So Aaron Rodgers will be in Lambeau next season if they stay where they're at now.
NFL's going to make that happen. The script writers, you know what they're doing. You know what they're doing. They're scheming years in advance. They're like DARPA, but they, fucking just they're writing things for next 10 years already.
I also just realized Tyler texted me at 11 o'clock. Why are you awake?
I ask myself that same question at least twice a day.
Pats fans against the Jets. Name a more iconic duo.
First round of the NHL playoffs in the Toronto Maple Leafs.
I was trying to think of one, but all right, you win. Nothing I'm going to have going to top that one.
Oh, come on now. You got to love fucking Toronto.
All right. Monday Night Football. Woo. Sunday. 7-point spread in favor of the hometown Buffalo Bills versus the Denver Broncos.
Oh, God. I love these standalone games. They literally should be able to flex any game. Just, Oh, like you get an extra day. You get one less day.
Okay. All right. Could have come out for some football, bro.
But Denver at Buffalo. Oh, man. I feel like this one isn't as close as in my head I think it's going to be.
I don't know. Russell Wilson technically has a higher quarterback rating than Josh Allen.
But he throws for like 100 yards a game.
I know. But, he's got – but to be fair, he's only got 2 less touchdowns than Josh Allen, and he's got 5 less picks. So I got to give him credit for that. He's protecting the ball a little better. He has fumbled a little bit, but Josh fumbles all the time. I don't fucking know. This is really, can they stop Stephon Diggs? If they stop Stephon Diggs, I actually think Denver wins this game. Yeah,
the only way Denver wins this game is if they keep Buffalo under 20, right? Like,
I know what you meant. Couldn't sleep in too late.
There's no way that if you get into a shootout with Buffalo that Russell Wilson's beating him. I just don't. I can't see it.
My dad, without his mustache and beard, looked exactly like Bill Belichick. So it's always weird to me when I watch him on a fucking goddamn press conference.
I was going to say, wait, was that your dad that came out of that place in Nantucket?
No, he's in Wyoming.
Wait, your dad? What?
Where it's nice and cold. My dad's chilling in Wyoming.
I'm taking the Bills here, but I'm not comfortable with it. Like
No cat fighting while I'm sitting here. You can come here.
Denver.
He's trying to lay next to me, and Luma's laying next to me, and they tend to fight with each other every now and then. And I just saw a paw raise, and I was like, nope. This is gonna hit me. I don't know. I'm trying to talk myself out of this.
You're leaning Denver, aren't you? I mean, it's there. Like in my head, that was there, and I'm just like, well, that's just stupid. Like, don't do that. Like, don't trust in Russell Wilson. Like you said, like you look at the numbers, and yeah, he's got 16 TDs and 4 INTs. The other thing is he's got fucking 800 yards less than Josh Allen.
But also 100 yards less, 100 pass attempts less, because Josh Allen's thrown already like
324 to 2. Actually, it's 324 to 233. So it's like 90. Yeah.
Yeah.
Turns out Russ can't cook.
Not anymore. Granted, his receivers also can't catch or cook either.
What was the Chappelle Show joke? Papa don't preach about Dada don't sing.
I'll take the fucking Bills. They can't lose this game. They just can't.
I mean, if they do, they're cooked, right? Like, I guess Russ.
No, because Miami can't beat them. Russ would have cooked them, but Miami can't beat the Bills. So then when they play the Dolphins in a couple weeks, they'll win that game and be right back in the fucking race. I don't want to take the Bills, but they can't afford to lose this game.
I feel like this division, whatever team gets put in the playoffs, is like, do they beat anybody in the playoffs? Probably not. I'm just so uncertain of this matchup because
it feels like a trap. It really feels like a trap game. Because,
like you said, if you can shut down Stephon Diggs. Now, we've seen, one game out of Gabe Davis where he kind of took over?
Yeah, but then last week when they needed him, he was literally 0 catches.
Zero. Run games, as much as I want to believe in Javonte Williams, he's just not running the ball well.
They are 11th in rushing yards, though, the Broncos. The combination of...
Well, that's because that's what they do. They just run more running plays than anybody else.
Well, yeah, the combination of Javonte Williams, Jaleel McLaughlin, and Samaje Perine is just really a hell of a three-headed beast.
Room.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a nice three-headed beast, which
Kyler or T-Law? Okay, so let's start with this. Kyler or T-Law? I'd probably that matchup against 49ers is tough, but Atlanta, I mean, you just don't know what Kyler's going to be like, right? Full PPR. I mean, I would probably lean T-Law. Let me check one thing real quick.
I was about to just say Ferguson automatically, but your thought is my thought of what if they get out by 30 and Ferguson just, not even if they run the ball, what if Ferguson just comes out of the game, Cooper Rush comes in and it comes to whoever the hell the backup to Ferguson is. But I also worry about Trey McBride because Kyler Murray didn't throw to him a lot in the past. His target was Zach Ertz. Kyler Murray's thrown more touchdowns to Zach Ertz than anybody in his career. So and I know Zach Ertz isn't on the field because he's out for the year or however long, but I don't know his connection with Trey McBride yet. So to trust it fully, Ferguson could get 2 touchdowns and 80 yards in the first half because how bad the game might wind up being.
Yeah.
And that still might outperform. I'm going to go Ferguson just based off of the fact that even if he does get taken out early, I still think he does enough. But the other matchup, I'm pulling up some stats on the Falcons' pass defense before I actually answer.
Well, they were good up until the last couple weeks.
Yeah, they're still 10th.
Yeah, I'd go Ferguson in the tight ends. There's just so many unknowns on the Arizona side. It's really hard to commit to anything there. And you are right. The Dallas game is probably going to end up in a blowout, and they're going to run the ball a ton. But early on, they're just going to jump out to a lead. So expect. And
he's really building a connection with Ferguson lately, Dak.
Yeah,
I'm going T-Law.
I actually like T-Law.
I gotta get you an answer before one.
Because if they're behind, he's gonna have to throw the ball, right?
Yeah, I'm going T-Law. I think it's going to be a back and forth game where they're going to have to start airing it out, and I think T-Law is the favor to win that kind of matchup.
Yeah, I like Trevor Lawrence here. I feel like this is a game where Ridley might actually get involved. But I'm not going to commit to that because he's sitting on my bench in fantasy because I don't want to commit to that at all.
I had to do him or Zay Flowers, and with how good the Browns' pass defense has been and how bad Zay Flowers was last week, I went with Ridley out of a gamble.
Well, you're expecting, like, if the 49ers do what the 49ers do, they get a quick McCaffrey touchdown on the board. You're behind. So you're going to start throwing the ball more automatically.
Yeah. All right, guys, we're going to rate out for the Twitch viewers and everyone else. We'll be back tomorrow at 8 p.m. Eastern time with results of today, talking about everything that happened today and talking football in general, college football, a little bit of the UFC fights and stuff like that. So, but yeah, I would go T-Law and Ferguson for that last question, but we're going to head out of here. I'm sending us the Grumpy Grizzly for the Twitch viewers if you want to watch some DVD. Wonderful human being for those who do not know him. He is a phenomenal person with a glorious beard. Rare we get to rate him, so give him that opportunity. So we love you guys.
Take it easy. Love you. Enjoy the football.
I know, dude. You need to go out. Give me a minute. All right.